Great folk. Today we'll talk about what you need to understand now before later on in order to scale up your own hedge fund. So I totally understand you are a great investor, but you are not a good or not professional salesman. And you need to understand how you can gain trust from investor instantly. So here is the trust trigger, the method that Bridgewater's found Ray Dalio has already used it to close deals with the LPS. Here is the exact same method on what we are also using with our investors, with our partners, to the investor, or to the LPS. Now let's get into it. First of all, let's break down what the investors they have already for mindset about the hedge fund manager. They are first of all they are skeptical. Okay, so they assume every manager is over promising and under delivering. That's how things look like for them. Okay, so trust isn't built with more data. It's built with subconscious quiz that signal credibility. So you thinking that with more data, with more materials, that you are sending to them to more reports on the drawdowns, etc., you will only start to build more credibility and you will gain the trust. I would say you will gain their own relationship or you will gain the deal, right? That's absolutely doesn't work because that's what the others they are doing. The market is already oversaturated and that will never work out. Then the best way to do that is to gain their own trust by using the trust trigger method, which is the next following that I will present to you right here. So the three trust signals that you need to understand now before later on to gain their own trust. We will get into the first one right now. The investor must see you as an expert, not a salesperson. So most of you, they are coming to the call with the salesperson's mentality. That will never work out. So you want to hold the frame, you want to sell them, and you want to seek capital from them. That will never work out because now you are coming to the call with the same mentality as the others they are doing. You understand? What Ray Dalio have already done before, you can see that in his own content and his own YouTube channel. He he is an expert in his own field. He has already established that. He has already crafted that. So he don't need to be a salesperson. He just need to jump on the call, confirm a few signals or confirm a few questions, and just jump off the call and do the deal with the LBS. Do you understand? And you need to come up to this level in order to increase that under management constantly and aggressively. How you will do that? I will tell you. First of all, you need to be an expert in your own field. Ray Dalio has already done that on YouTube and on LinkedIn. Then what we are doing with our clients is we're doing the same exact thing. We building their own brands on LinkedIn. We making sure that they will look like they are expert in their own field if they're really doing it in their own daily basis. If they do that, so we making sure to achieve that and we apply that and to help them with that. What we also do, what we also do is we making sure to help them with the negotiation side. We making sure to help them with the rebuilding the intro deck, career register documents. We making sure to close the deals with the investors and jumping on the calls with them, having the conversations or the converting steps further step by step, along with having public speaking coaching with the partners on how they will present their own self, how they will speak, and how they will speak with the clarity and with awareness level that's making sure that they will pull in the LBS to their own size and they will gain respect, trust, credibility on the first call. So what you need to understand is you need to build your own brand. That's what you need to do in order to become an expert in your own field. Okay, if you want to have the trust signal of the easy sale, then you need to do that. Okay, but not only that, you can also become an expert in your own field on the first call with the LBS. How you will do that? By what you will say, how you will speak it, how you will reframe what you're gonna say, how you will reframe your context, how you will say it. I will tell you. Instead of saying we have done well in past years as others they are doing, you can say institutions are starting to realize that traditional factor passive strategies are underperforming. We positioned it ahead of this shift 2 years ago. So now you sound like you understand what you're talking about. You are in your own field, you're an expert of what you're talking about, and you are presenting your own self by a different way, by a unique way that's pulling them in to make sure that they will have trust in you. Okay. So now you are positioning your own self as someone who they can trust. So you can absolutely do that of become an expert, even if you don't have a brand on the first call with them, if you can speak clearly and if you understand how you can present your own self in a way that will make sure to gain their own trust. Okay. So Bridgewater's Ray Dalio mentioned this. He didn't sell his strategy. He positioned himself as the ultimate thinker on macro trends, making investors trust his insights before he even get into the presentation. Okay. Now let's get into the second signal that you need to understand in order to gain the investors' trust, the trust trigger. And that's what Ray Dalio is already doing. You need to flip their skepticism into trust. Okay. So most of you, if you are managing 100 million or 10 million, that's on the management, or 200 million or 300 million, you are not established hedge fund manager yet. Let's be real. Okay. If you want to, if you want to just take a look on the others over 1 billion, then you are completely in the in the first stage or in early stage in the hedge fund industry, correct? So now let's take a look on what you will say during the call. You will not tell them that we are in early stage in our journey. You will absolutely have transparency, but you will not say that by this way. Okay, you need to understand how you can present your own self, how you can speak to pull them in, not to pull them away, correct? Or not to put them to go away. So that's what we are helping our clients with. I'm giving you an example right here. We are not the biggest fund, but that's an edge. Our size lets us capitalize on mispricings that $1 billion funds cannot touch. So now you're showing them, all right, we are not the biggest fund. Now you're showing them that's our weakness in some way, but you leveraging your own weakness to your own style to become your positivity, to become your own unique selling point, to become your own magnificent. Do you understand? That's what you need to focus on, because if you will not be honest and said that or address that up front, they will absolutely see that when they will start to do the due intelligence on you. And if they will start to find out something on you that you haven't presented on the first call with them, you will just tell them bye bye because the deal will never become a deal. The deal will never become a commitment, an investment commitment. Not only that, but you will absolutely harm your own brand. You will absolutely burn the connection with them, and you will just burn your own name in the financial industry. Why you would do that? Because they're own friends, they are investors, they know someone in the financial industry, they will start to spread that around. That will never work out. Okay, be honest, address that directly, but you need to understand how you can present that in a way that will pull them in, and that will make sure to sound like, all right, you are in this stage, but there are also more positive things or more positive outcomes that we can expect to get from your own current stage. Okay, turn your own weakness into your own positive factors of your own positive sides. making investors feel they are getting exclusive opportunity. That's what you are doing by doing that. So you need, if I can address that in one word, you need to shift your own weakness to become your own unique selling point or to become your own magnificent. Okay, don't let your weakness to stay your weakness, okay? Because you can do that if you understand the public speaking, how you can speak well, and how you can reshift, reframe, and re-engage the scripts or the meanings that you will say during the call to get them to the final destination, which is to sign the commitment with you. Number three, shows that respected people trust you. So all the names that has already came up to your own minds, it has to be mentioned in the presentation. Okay, or it has to be mentioned from your own self during the first call. You need to show that respected people in the financial industry, they trust you. Okay, again, all the names, big names and small names that has already came up to your own mind, you can leverage them and you can mention that on the call. We mention well-known names drops without sourcing force it. Okay, that's what we are doing all the time. We're making sure to mention names that we know in the financial industry or that they know specifically during our first one. So one of our LPS who also allocates to well-known fund or to our partners fund, we mentioned that, told us, etc. Now we give them what they have already told us about the current fund, about the current states of our funds that we are presenting to the investor. You understand? A top allocator at, now we mention the name of the firm that we have already engaged with, recently mentioned that our strategy, etc., has already caught their attention at X and Y. You understand? We making sure to do that during our first call. Why? We making sure to gain their own trust. By doing that, now they will understand, all right, we have already been engaged with the others. Others have already trusted us, so they will absolutely give us the chance or to give us the opportunity to invest into the fund. Do you understand? You need to do that. Okay. If you don't have any big names, you can start with the small names. It will absolutely work out. But you need only to mention something that already exists and not come up with something from your own mind, because that will give you or that will make you to lose credibility or trust, and that will never give you a long-term vision or long-term output in the financial industry. So again, transparency, uh, stay honest, and just do the three signals: trust, sale. Okay, or three signal, trust signal. Exactly. So that's our main goal from the last one. We reduce perceived risk because the investor assumes others have already beaten you. Okay, you need to make that happen, and you need to mention that in your own script or during the conversation on the first. If you do the three steps or the three signals that I have already mentioned to you, there is no other way that they will not trust you and they will not take the conversation further after that. That's what we are using with our clients. That's what we're making sure to leverage on our partners that we are partnering up with them. We're making sure to help them with all of these steps, and we have also more further than that in the behind the screens that we're helping them with. I hope it was something that you have gained something from it, and it will absolutely help you out if you just apply, not only to watch. Apply, not only watch, apply. That's how you can raise up capital, by applying, by doing, by action, by raw execution, not by just only watching and taking notes. If you want to take a look on those videos, you can find them in the description below. Until then, have a nice day.